Welcome back. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Let's dig in and take a look at Bitcoin's futures, more in particular, perpetual futures. This is coinalized on a 4-hour time frame. We see that Bitcoin's price has been trending has been trending up, which is positive. On the aggregate open interest backed by stablecoins, it is kind of going horizontal. But on the open interest backed by coins like Bitcoin, it's been on the decline. So open interest hasn't increased that much. And it's probably due to the liquidations that we had over here. Let's go to a predictive funding rate. Predictive funding rate was in the negative, and then it went into the positive area. But you can see some dips here into the negative. But overall, it's more positive now than it was. That's reflected in here in the actual funding rate. This is predicted. This is actual. Something that we want to take a look here. This is really bullish. You see down here, this blue line here represents the cumulative volume delta and is an aggregate across different exchanges. And you can see there's a slight trend up. What that means is that demand is higher than supply. So that's very bullish. And you can see like this was the one that since I think of April of last year, it's been trending down slowly, but really positive that it's trending back up. So super exciting there. So what could we say? What does this chart say in the short term? It's hard to say. Open interest is pretty right here. It's currently at $6.4 billion for stablecoins backed, and then here it's at 3.76 on coin backed. So with interest kind of low, funding is kind of slightly positive, but it's positive, but it's more neutral. So I mean, it could go either way. There's not a lot of buildup that could happen here, and we'll see that in the next chart here. But very bullish on the momentum here for volume. And this is the high block capital. Liquidation levels. I'm going back to the alpha version because they fixed some bugs and it's not disappearing as much anymore. So that's good. And you can see here the green area here. You see how it thinned out significantly, and previously was large red area down here, and then they got liquidated, and then they went larger green area here. They got liquidated when price went down, and you can see price went down. Liquidated them, liquidated those longs, and now it's very thin. This is called the cumulative liquidation levels delta, which is the difference between the open interest for longs and shorts. That's the difference between them, and according to the liquidation levels at 25 to 100x. So currently there are more potential liquidations for longs than there are shorts, just a smidge, and it increased a little bit here. So these are the prices. The white line here, above here are the short liquidations, and below here are the long liquidations. So currently it could go either way. It's risen up a bit right here from here to here, and then some of these levels just came in right here. And these longs right here, these long levels, this for example is 114.6 million. This one down here is 114 point what? That's weird. That's exactly the same. Weird. How can these three be exactly the same? So odd. 114.6 million on each one of these bubbles. And in case you're curious, I'm using tier 4, and this is Binance. So it could go either way, go up some more and bounce back down. 38.4 would be roughly 39. 38.4 would be up to here. That's where it previously bounced back down when it reached that level. So it could go up to here, but there are more opportunities down here since it's been ranging down here. Probability wise, it would dip down and go towards this zone here. I would say like 20% to go up to 38.4 or so, and then 80% to go down and clear these levels here, because it's been ranging here more than it's been ranging up here. And let's go to the next chart. And this is Levitas, and I want to take a look at a couple of things on here. Open interest by strike price. I chose the 29th, which is tomorrow, and you can see the max pain price 37. So how curious that it's currently at around 37 something. Cool. And then let's check out some additional prices coming up for max pain. January the 30th, that's 37. K. On the 4th of February is also 37K. Remember, these prices can change. February the 11th, 38K. February the 18th is 38K. February the 25th is 40K. So you can see there's a slight bullish sentiment in options. March the 25th, 45K. So yeah, feel free to go to Levitas and go to options deribit and check this chart out yourself. So sentiment is that in options at least is trending bullish. Let's take a look at some BTC total open interest. That's not what I want. I want to look at, let's take a look at the derivatives dashboard here. And go to perpetual swaps. Let's go to funding rate. I like to sort funding rate, and you can see here, these are the negative funding rates here, and go through and check out the open interest in that area. You have 223 million, 98 million. But remember, open interest is both for bulls and bears, so it's not just one. But when I take a look at this, it could mean that it's leaning more negative funding, so more shorts. So, take that into consideration that open interest has both for shorts and longs. But more than likely, when it leans negative funding here, more of that probably, not always, could be in this open interest. So a big one, this one right here from Binance is $2.79 billion, and funding rate over there is negative 0.0043. So it's pretty much neutral, but that's a big chunk of open interest right there. And 845 million here for 448 million here, 514 here. I mean, they range around $500 million. And then let's see if we see anything big down here. Down here, there's pretty much neutral here, but FTX has $1.68 billion. So those are some highlights on perpetual futures. Let's go down here to futures, and let's range them by expiry. Okay. This is that's not what we want. So a couple expiries we want to keep in mind coming up in April. We have February the 4th. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 expiries here, and open interest in those is 9.4 million, 69 million, 7 million, and 12.5 million. So tiny compared to perpetual futures. And in options, we can take a look at here. Where's that date here? So in options, we see them here. February 4th, right here, the first three. Total OI, 15,624,000,000 and in Deribit, and 607.78 thousand. That's from PowerTrade. We really don't care about that one. Let's see here. Yeah, those three are the ones coming up here. So I'd like to take a look at that, just get an idea of what's going on in that area. Feel free to go check this out yourself and take a look at some of the other categories too. Oh, my screen just blanked out. Let's go back to Deribit. I want to look at one more chart before we wrap up here. This one. Hello. Why are you not big? Hello, chart. Why are you not big, chart? Don't you love it when you doing this live and it's like not working properly? Let's go back, let it refresh. Wow, that's a big giant full screen there. Levitas, what's going on, huh? Okay, so based on this, we just had our January 28th options expiration. And by the way, the bears won that battle. They won about $315 or $320 million because they did not go up beyond 39,000 for Bitcoin. So congratulations, bears. All right, so based on this strange little square. Oh man, okay. So we have on the 25th of March, we have some big volume here. We have calls at 29.48 K and puts at 17.08 K for open interest. So that's a day to watch out for. February 25th, similar. We have calls at 18.16 K, puts at 10.33 K. That's another day to watch out for. This one, February the 4th, has a decent amount of open interest here. Calls at 9.81 K, puts at 6.68 K. And the other one would be June the 24th. But in between now and then, these other ones could increase as well. June the 24th, 17.36 in calls, and puts is 8.0 K. So you can see there are more calls than there are puts. So keep that in mind. And I don't know why this thing is tiny. I'm so sorry. So weird. Let's see what else in here that we should take a look at. We can take a look at this one for all strike prices. Oh, it's still tiny. Not fun. Let's see if we can do something else. Maybe this will be better, but it won't be full. So this is BTC open interest options by strike, all expirations. So all expirations that we have in the books right now. You can see strike prices for puts down in the lower region here. The highest one is around 30,000. And if we take a look at the heat map, which I don't have loaded now, because it has a tendency to crash. I don't want it to crash when I'm recording. But so this is a high level at 30. Next high level is 25, 35. And for the calls, we have high level at 40, 50. Next one is 170. So keep that in mind, and as far as where some of these walls could be going forward. Again, this is by all expirations. Like it could be all the way to December, but something to keep in mind. That pretty much wraps it up for our Bitcoin derivative futures, and hope you found it helpful. And if you did, go ahead and smash the like, ring my bell, and hit subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate your time. Peace.